Ladies and fucking gentlemen, you're very welcome back to this week's episode of the User Hectic Podcast with me, your host, Justin Freeburn. This week's episode, we have the one and only James McKegney. He's an absolute mental bastard. He's fucking hilarious. You might have seen him performing in places like Lavery's, the Sunflower Pub, fucking other places. I don't know. Fucking, let's just get into it. Play the fucking intro. Yeah, we didn't even fucking... Whatever. Yeah, we're straight into it. Anyway, what is the crack with you, James?
Can you imagine this whole part? I just froze and I was like...
I know. Man absolutely killed Lavery's this week, and he just comes on here and he's like... You start pissing down your leg and all.
Okay, will you get that in shot if I do piss myself?
Yeah.
Yes. Right, I'll work on it.
Right,
I'll get this coffee down me.
That's what we were talking about beforehand, before they started recording. We were like, I have like 15 different drinks beside me here, and it's a race to see who shits himself first.
I got a black coffee and I was in the coffee shop and like, no, black coffee will make you jittery, so get an iced latte. Like a wee fancy iced latte. And then I went up to the till and I was like, black coffee. And then I immediately regret it. Like, it's all good though.
Where did you buy it? Did you buy it like close to here? Or?
I don't know what the place was called.
Was it in Craigavon though?
No, it was Carrickfergus.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck, I forgot you have to drive the whole way.
Yeah, I know, because I was like sitting there, I was like, I'll chill here for half an hour, and then I was like, where is Craig? Because I like, my geography would shock.
Yeah.
Like, ask me where anywhere is. I don't know.
Mahra.
Brazil?
It's the capital of Thailand, isn't it?
Yeah. I am from there, like, but I'm not sure.
You have to be determined.
Yeah, I swear to God, like, it's shockingly bad. Like,
so you're one of the guys that I imagine, like, if you were like a wrestler, that would say from parts unknown. Like,
yeah. No, I don't, like, see when you're in primary school, you had, like, if you were cool, you knew about football or, like, cars.
Yeah.
Like, I know shockingly little about, like, I swear to God, I couldn't even tell you what my ma drives. I don't know the name of the car.
I mean, I'm the same. I know fuck all. Like, I literally, like, everyone's like, because I currently say nothing, but I'm driving my mum's car at the minute.
Nice.
So I'm like, whenever people are like, what car do you drive? I'm all, like, you just start shaking.
It's red and shiny, I think.
It's got
It's like a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm the exact same. I don't know fucking shit. Like, even, I haven't watched football since 2010. So my last, like, known team ever played was when like Joe Cole played for like West Ham. So like,
right, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, well, there we go. This is why we have James here.
My knowledge of everything is so little. This is going to be fantastic.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you have like a niche thing that you're like, your ADHD focuses on, or not accusing you of having ADHD or anything?
I think I'm like I surely do, like
undiagnosed.
No.
No.
I don't know anything. I have no funny stories, and I can't remember anything happened in my life. Go.
Fucking.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it's just a dementia patient this week.
What's crack with you?
Fuck all, I'm fucking surviving, man. I swear to God, I'm just again, I was gigging last night, and it was one of those ones where I was half down on my hole. But you know the ones where you either get a very big laugh or a very, like, they just look at you.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be more just me taking the piss out of the crowd they were enjoying.
Oh, that's good if you can do that at the start.
Oh yeah, I love doing that at the minute. Like in the last like 6 months, I've just sort of picked that up really quickly. So
yeah,
that's you've how long have you been actually doing it then?
I think I was doing it maybe. See, people are all, this is another thing I'm crap at. People are like, I remember my first gig in the date, the day, and the year. Like,
I don't know if I do comedy.
Yeah, it's like, I'm vaguely aware that I did it first. No,
yeah, let's just watch you about no leave.
What you ask was my first gig?
Yeah, how long have you been doing it?
I don't know. I'm talking about your first gig. About 2 years before the pandemic, and then pandemic, which we can't count.
Yeah.
And then ever since that was kind of ended. So about 4
Yeah, that's cool. So you don't remember your first gig?
No, my first gig was the worst, and like I'm surprised I am going back to it. It was the PAV, the fucking, of course, the PAV, and I literally do still use that.
I know, like, my first set has been scrapped, mainly because someone scrapped a joke, word for word, action for action.
Fuck.
So you did it in front of me, and I went, fuck it, I'm not
Who
doing
was
it.
it?
Fucking hell.
You're saying fucking Billy Conn.
Bill Burr. No, you probably heard stories, but I'll not name drop them.
Yeah, let's not do this. Tell me after.
I'll tell you. But yeah, no, it was my first set was this whole thing where doing, you fucking know when he hears this, doing like taking a dick pic for the first time.
Right,
Holy
okay.
God, again, it was in the PAV and it was wildly shit. Like,
Yeah.
it was like where you think you're doing class, but like. Like when you listen back on it, like
It's
see if
not
I
good.
played it like compared to like a set now, I would be like, holy
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah, you come off thinking it was amazing, and
Yeah,
then
I was
listen.
like, I could be fucking anyone I want.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
when's Kevin Hart coming back? I'm opening for him, like.
Lad, the confidence you get after your first good gig,
Oh yeah,
it's
100%,
shocking.
Yeah, and then the next like 4 died, like
Oh,
because
and then
that
it's-
one was a newcomers night.
Right,
It was
okay.
the first newcomers night in the pub.
And then you're just like, oh, they were laughing because they were just trying to
exactly.
encourage me.
So you want that
I
fucking
think I was good.
imposter syndrome to strangle you to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was me, Kieran Franco. I don't know. There was a whole load of other guys on it. There was like Mike Carlisle, Ian Thompson headlined it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, sick. Okay.
There was William MCing, so that was
Yeah.
kind of intimidating. You're doing your first
Yeah.
gig, and William's up there going, "You fucking ball back!"
Aye.
And you're like, "What the hell's going on?"
It's like, please be nice to me,
I
William.
know he still isn't nice to me. You heard him the
He
other
was
day.
giving you so grateful. That was alright. That
See,
was amazing.
he's the only cunt that can wind me up as well.
I know.
No one else, everyone else, I'm like, fuck up. But
Yeah.
as William is like, he's like, yeah, I'm not booking you. I'm like, fuck off. Like,
I know, it's
Man,
funny.
no. See when he gets on this space, fucking, you're in my room, bitch. Like,
Oh,
in my house.
oh, fucking hell. Do you remember a lot of the stuff you said at your first thing?
No, I remember just that one joke because it was the joke that got stole. So like that was vague. I've actually got the set videoed because it looked like videos of sets and sends them to you, and it was wild. Like I remember just thinking it was the funniest shit ever. It was a whole set of me pretending to like send a dick pic, and it was like me starting off with like nope, not from that angle, looks too small. I go from below, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the angle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I start wank, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is for my first gig. I should not have been talking about wanking that
Yeah.
early on. And I was like, I start wanking, and then I'm like looking, and then I go. I just catched a glimpse of myself in the background there, and I'm like looking at myself like in my own reflection. I'm like, and then the punchline was, I don't know if you've ever tried to wank over your own reflection, but it's doable. Like, and that was the
Yeah, yeah.
punchline, and I was like, first ever gig came out fucking swinging out the dirt, like I was like, this is
straight
gross.
dark. I know, like
Yeah.
Luke, because I can't remember anything I said, and Luke came up to me the next time I went to the pub, and he was like, I remember the last time you were in here, you were doing a joke about if you're going to be a rapist, you got to be really confident about it. And I was like, what the fuck was I talking? I don't remember this at all. Like, I was like, I must have just been panicking.
Yeah. To be fair, that's a funny concept. Like, you've got to be confident about it.
And he was saying this and he kept going on. I was like, I don't understand at all. Like, what the fuck? But sure.
I know. Well, Luke, Luke gets brought up in this podcast more than anyone. I swear to God, like it's Luke McGibbon's podcast. Like fucking, there we go. Fucking,
There he is.
See that? Pull that out, magic trick.
That's quite impressive. He runs a podcast and he doesn't even be on it.
I know
but
exactly. He runs a gig in the pub, doesn't even be there.
it's Very elusive man. Is he real? We don't know.
I know exactly. Is he a figment of our imaginations? That's what I want to know. I know. He pulled his hair back the other week and looked like Terry Silver. It was wild. From Cobra Kai. Or the Karate Kid if you're older than 18. But
Here, is your boy from the Karate Kid, like the Karate Kid who's now the Karate Man?
the Karate Man.
Karate Man.
He was the Karate Boy at once. The Karate baby.
Karate puberty and now he's Karate Man. Is he like, somebody told me he's 60.
Yeah, he's like older than Mr. Miyagi was. I seen that. So Mr. Miyagi was like in his late 50s, I think.
Aye.
And now, like, Daniel LaRusso, like Ralph Macchio or something he's called, is now older than Mr. Miyagi was in the first Karate Kid.
Fucked. I actually think old people just used to look old their entire life. Like people back then.
My granny was born 65 years
Lad,
old.
I swear to God, my granny, when I was like a kid, my granny looked exactly like she looked like the day she died.
I know.
Whereas like my ma's now like 60 and she doesn't look, she looks like fucking 40s to 30s.
I think I'm going to be like that. I feel like I've hit that stage now where I'm just going to look like this the rest of my life. Like I'll be like 75 and people will be like, Jesus, he still looks rough.
Have you got one of them things going, do you know how the people have a painting in their attic and they stay youthful forever but the painting gets old? Have you got like a Voldemort? Have you not heard of this?
No, what the fuck is
Right,
this?
it's not real. Like,
it sounds psychotic.
it's like
my knowledge of Nahan is of Nahan in my head. But have you known about
this? Is what I know. No, this is vampire lore. That's all I can tell you.
Oh right.
It's like like
a Horcrux then.
Yeah, it's like they'll have the vampire will be young or whatever. It's some old fucking buddy had a painting of himself, and it just gets older and older, and if it destroys, like he's dead. Right. I was going to say, do you have like a Voldemort head thing under that hat that you stay this age forever, but it gets older and older.
Yeah, this is the thing. Someone asked me, Darren McKay last night asked me, he goes, "Are you one of these cunts that just has hair but never takes the hat off?" And I went, "Yeah."
Do you have hair?
Yeah,
do you actually?
I do. Yeah,
I've actually never ever seen you without that hat.
No, or to be fair, after football last week, I took it off for like Jordan.
Just hair came down.
It's full
curly, golden ginger hair.
It just connects to my pubes like directly.
How did that happen? Yeah.
But it, no, actually, I do have hair. Yeah, I just buzz cut it because I used to have like a really thick head of hair.
Right.
And then I was just like, fuck that, because I wear hats every day anyway. So
yeah,
it was just like, fuck that. But yeah,
I did the exact same. I think my life changed when I shaved my head there like a month ago.
Yeah, you used to have a big fucking weave, like and
like this is like. I shaved it, and I was like, I genuinely think I do better on stage with a shaved head. But that's just the way I think.
You look scummier.
Maybe that's what it is. I'm like,
I think if you look more intimidating, people are more inclined to laugh at you. That's
when I had big like fucking mad lovely hair, I think everyone just hated me. Yeah, like, I hate that cunt's gorgeous hair. So I shaved it off.
I think it's because maybe you're like, more adult looking with a shaved head.
Maybe.
I think with the long hair, people maybe looked at you.
I look very boyish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you said that. The arm right the chair. I look very boyish.
I look very supple and boyish.
It's the karate boy over here.
Karate boy.
The kung fu boy. That's the DVD version of what do you ever used to get the man who would come round to your door with the DVDs, like the bootlegs? And he would work for
that.
Did you not know?
No.
In Mahara, you didn't get that?
No, we had people coming around with pins. Like, I swear to God.
It was the one that was keeping me alive. I just have a DVD that keeps me alive. If it gets scratched. It's just Tropic Thunder.
Great movie.
It is fucking banging. I always talk about this, but my favourite part about that, and it always makes me sound racist as hell, is the fact that they get away with blackface in it.
Yeah, it's like a weird loophole they've done.
They've like done it really self-aware, where they're like doing blackface, but everyone in the movie's calling them out for doing blackface.
Yeah,
I love that.
That is genius.
Yeah, I'd love to do a sketch like that, but it's hard. Like again, Tropic Thunder sort of like done it, so it's hard to like get anything out of that other than that.
It would be interesting to see somebody go that level of blackface now, like just to see.
Like a Northern Irish version, like Sam Brower and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would be funny like that. But I think we'll start into questions because we got a good few of them here. So
Jesus.
See what the crack is. I'll vet a few of them here because sometimes you get the odd question. It's like, if you were 2 inches deep in your man, your dad was 2 inches deep in you, would you back up or move forward?
Oh, why?
And you're like, what is going on here?
I would vigorously move back and forward.
I'm not stopping until someone comes.
We're in this now.
Fucking hell. Oisin McKegney asks, you ever met Oisin? He from Derry, he gigs a lot.
I think I met him, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good lad. He asks, who's your glasses guy? Because it seems like in your last like few TikToks you've been wearing like a pair of like, cop glasses, like racist cops.
They were given to me by a man at work called Stephen. And
you didn't even buy these glasses?
No, they were given to me. And he's like an old boy, and he's my mate. He's my good mate.
He's one of these guys that like does Viagra and all. That's what he sounds like. Mate, do you want these cop glasses?
He just came up to me. He's like, I've got something you'll enjoy, and I was like, all right, what is it? He just handed me them, and I was like, thank you. And then they were in the car, and I started making wee videos with them. And I was like, I do enjoy these.
So when did you record them videos? Because I just noticed the photo I put up was like, you had like really long hair in it as well. So
that was literally like last week. I just hadn't shaved in a while.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yep.
I know. But that was mad that your hair used to be like that because first time I ever seen you gig was probably a few years ago.
Fuck, this pillow's probably getting picked up crazy in this mic. I'll stop touching it.
Your grandma. I think the first time I ever seen you gig was probably like maybe like 2019.
Oh Jesus!
And I think it
probably
was
shite.
Did you do that one in that brewery with like Robbie McShane and all?
No,
it wasn't you. I seen
somebody else.
I seen you open for someone before,
right? Okay.
And like 2019, I can't remember who it was because it was just jumping to every fucking thing, And then I seen you like at one of the comedy clubs one time, and I was like, fucking hell, that's a great story, by the way. That's me. I seen you somewhere vaguely. That was
Just say it was good, and
oh no, you were fucking class. That's what I like picked up. It was even a well-known name in the comedy scene, in the up-and-coming one at the minute, was talking about you're probably one of the favourite comedians on it. You know,
right.
you might not think that, but
No.
like me and Kieran were talking about it last night. He just asked me, he was like, Kieran Franco, he was like, oh,
Right,
who's your
okay.
favourite? And I was like, maybe you've got the Mickeys and all, and you know, all them. And he was like, I
Yes.
think McKegney's up there. And I
Oh,
was
does he
like,
think that?
yeah, and
It's
I was
not
like,
true,
oh, you
like,
fuck.
but
I was like,
thank you anyway.
I know, but know what it is? I think it's your like cadence and confidence. Like,
Right, okay.
Your cadence, so it's like a fucking rapper. Fuck's sake. Yeah, no, I think even like
Great rhythm.
yeah, first time I seen you was we did the Sunflower together, like a year
Yeah,
ago.
that was the first time I seen you as well.
Yeah, and it was like, I remember you were like on Lost maybe.
Yeah, it was like Kieran Bartlett was meant to be headlining, but he had to go home early.
That's
So
fucking shocker. He's probably just going home to watch fucking Match of the Day or something. Looks like.
But then Darren was like, "You're up, like just go on last."
Yeah.
So I just got it. I just told everybody I was like, I was headlining that.
I literally did
By
that the other
pure
week.
fluke, like.
I literally did that the other week. I was doing the Sunflower, and Darren does this thing where he's like, you know, for the opener and closer, he'll go, "Who's not weird?" You know?
Oh, right, yeah.
And,
He's not going to scare people as soon as you get up on stage. Like,
I know, literally. So he put like someone on first, and then he had me closing, and I have to say it very well. But I love the Sunflower. Every time I do it, I feel like it's class. You know?
oh, mate. Sunflower is one of the best rooms to do. And anytime I'm on, if people want to see me, I'm like, I come down to Sunflower, I'm on the Sunflower. And I did that. I think it was maybe the last time I did it. It might have been a while ago now.
Yeah.
But everybody was asking. I was like, come to Sunflower, it's always a good night. Fucking died my hole in front of like everybody. It's like, dude.
It's always when you invite people as well, isn't
I know.
It's like literally every time I've invited like my group of mates, I fucking die a death. Like,
Yeah.
I get a hangover on stage just from it.
Yeah.
Swear to God, every time. And then like if I'm like, oh, there's no point in you coming to this one, I'll just blow the roof out of the
I
place
know.
shamelessly. Like
It's always the ones as well. You're like, I need to start recording these, and then you'll the
Yeah.
exact same situation. You'll die in or you'll do lethal in everyone you didn't record.
100%.
Vice versa.
Literally, like I did the Yo magazine one, the one in the Ulster Sports Club in Belfast, maybe a month or two ago, and I tried to video it because I went, you know, the room was falling on. It was like everything was class, and Tommy McCarthy and all was there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking, you know, I can't wait to kill this, and all. Set the camera up to record, died on my
Oh no!
literally
Then you have to go down and turn the camera off.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like walking
I'm gonna
down.
keep that.
It's like taking it away, like, yeah. And the only people I could hear in the background was like comedians like Ross Mitchell laughing at the fact I was dying.
No, yeah.
Like people in the background whenever I would say something and it wouldn't land, I go, right, and I just hear the comedians go, ah, and it's like that's so rough. Like, what the hell?
That is what we love, though. That's like what makes
Yeah.
comedians laugh. It's
Oh, yeah.
just watching their mates
fucking-
die.
Especially if you know they're like the do good. You know,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
if
So you can enjoy it. Like,
yeah, so if you're watching something like my mate Adam, he's an up and comer at the minute. Have you met Adam Byrne yet?
I don't think so.
He's a good lad. He's every time I watch him die, I enjoy it so much because I've seen him do class.
Yep.
And then you know it's different if you're watching someone die every time and it gets to the stage where you're just biting your nails
Like,
and
there they go. Oh, and then you don't know what to say when they come down. You're like,
yeah, they're like, how was that? And I'm like, do you want notes or?
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but no, I love that film. But like a few weeks ago, I watched Kieran Franco not do too well in Lavery's.
oh right,
Weirdly
okay.
enjoyed it a wee bit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh mate, raging and all, but I was like, I was like, yeah, there's any spots going. I know, but no, it's a weird film.
It's good as well when you see like a really fucking one of the up boys like
Oh, yeah.
maybe not do so well. 'Cause you're like
fuck,
you're like, oh, it gives me hope.
I know Rory Woods headlined the PAV a few weeks ago.
Right.
At shit the entire
Yeah.
time, and he handled it gracefully. He was like going through it, and he was like, one of his jokes didn't land, and it was a belter joke. I can't remember which one it was, but he and then like at the end of it, like everyone was just like looking at him.
Yeah.
And he turned around and he goes, "I feel fucking sorry for you because that was a great joke."
Yeah. Rory Woods is fucking amazing. I love him.
He's
so
one of
fun.
my favorites. Like,
But it's like that can happen quite a bit at the pub as well. Like,
Yeah.
but I hear the pub's killing it at the minute. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
crowds are really good.
sold out every week.
Yeah.
But it's been like it'll be like 4 weeks, and 2 weeks of it will be unreal. And because I just go down to just see all the newcomers and stuff, and you know, like everyone who started with me goes down every week, and also I'll just
Yeah.
see what the crack is. But the like see watching some of the newcomers, holy fuck, it's way great because obviously I was the newcomer. You know, I've been doing it over a year now, and I know that still is technically the newcomer. You know,
Yes.
but it's like you see when you see the people who are a month in, and you're just watching them fucking eat shit. enjoy it more. I think I enjoy it more. 'Cause I'm like, people who are on like their fucking Jesus Christ, getting asked for money to be sent to them. Fuck off. He knows
Is that part of the question? So you send me money? Something like that?
20 quid for this question, please. And actually, that's going to... one of the questions, funny enough, is... going to segue into that a wee bit. Who James McKegney, another newcomer, he's quite good actually. He did the Sunflower with me the other week. He asks who was James' first big stand-up influence. Not one mine either. No.
Me? Yes, that's me. Sorry, that's as if I didn't know who I was. Sometimes I don't. Fucking probably. It's such a cliche answer, but it was like sitting in uni just on the laptop. I can't even remember how I got to it, but I found Bill Hicks and was like,
"Oh, Bill Hicks, yeah.
Whoa, this cool. This dude's really interesting. Not even like hilarious,
yeah.
But I was like, oh, he's saying some cool stuff, especially when you're like 18 in uni, smoking weed and doing
like,
all sorts.
You think you're the most philosophical person
this
ever.
This guy gets it. This guy gets life.
The government one.
Oh man, I know. And then I thought he was great, and then I found out he was dead, and I was like, he's dead. Okay. And then I found Doug Stanhope.
Yeah, that's another one.
Who was quite similar to him, and I was like, he's fucking brilliant. But now it's fucking everybody's like Bill Burr, fucking Tommy Tiernan. I can't remember his body's name now. Billy Connolly, all like literally watching everybody. I think as well is kind of helps you write too, because it gets you in the rhythm of different styles of saying jokes, and then you can like insert what you think in that same rhythm.
What is your writing process then? What was it? Fucking looked at me there like I just offered you heroin.
Fuck.
Give me it.
I literally have to walk around my garage.
This is already chaotic as fuck.
I have to go into my garage and just walk around talking to myself.
Walking around a noose in the garage.
Like, come on, James, you better get this, or that's where you're going. Walking around, I have this wee hammer that I use as a mic.
Right.
And I just walk around holding this hammer, just talking to myself. Because I used to do it in the room, but it was kind of disturbing for everyone in the house. Just me like yelling and shit. Yeah. So that is the only thing that seems I can't sit and write. I have to just talk and see what comes out. And I'm like, I don't know where that came from or if I even thought. Like any joke I haven't set out to write. Yeah. That it has just come out.
I get you. No, I'm the exact same. So I get that. But that's like you're basically, it's like a smaller version of writing on stage, you know. So you're just, if you rant something out, usually I'll like write, like whenever I'm just talking to shite to someone, I'll be like, is this funny? And then I'll like, or sometimes I don't even ask it as a bit. Like I'll just talk to someone, I'll go, here, what do you think of this? And then I'll just rant out the bit, like I pretend it's not a bit. Yeah. And then whatever comes out of my mouth, I'm like, oh well, that's what we're going with.
That's very similar to William. Like he'll write like that. He'll write by just talking to you, and then he'll go, "Oh shit, that's a bit," and I'm like, "Fuck, that is a bit." Damn.
I know. I hate whenever you're talking.
I always want him to not notice it's a bit, so I can be like.
I know, but he's one of them people that's just his mind is constantly on. Is on a bit, you know. Mm-hmm. He talks in comedy, you know.
Talks in the same like cadence he speaks on stage. Yeah,
literally. So everything he says is like, you know, I heard him get into a fucking big political debate a few weeks ago with Ross Mitchell.
Oh shit.
And everything he was saying, I was like, he could say that on stage. Yeah. I was like, you wee dick. Fuck you.
Very fucking good. Like,
I know. I hope it gets to that point at some point. Like,
I think it will. I'm hoping it gets there for me too. Like, I'll know how to do this someday.
I know. But no, yours is very like it's nearly like it's like a half character you put on when you go on the stage.
Yeah.
Because you're very nice and like easy to get along with and stuff, but then when you go on stage you put on this like, you know, your head goes back and you just sound like you're ready to just kill everyone, you know.
And maybe that's why people are laughing. They're like, if we don't laugh you might stab someone.
That's me. No, it goes really like culty when you get on stage, or something, you know, and you like you deliver things very slow and stern. And
that has only happened over time though, because I used to get up and just be really frantic. Yeah. And be like, oh, like,
sometimes I do that as well. So.
And then I realised one day I just slowed down and it did well. And then I was like, I'm more comfortable speaking that. And then it just...
And there was about 10 seconds between you taking a drink and the next joke as well.
Yeah, I love doing that. So, and then staring at somebody, like, kind of like lingers a wee bit.
I know. That Lavery's on Wednesday was mental. Some cunt jumping up and down every 2 seconds in front of you.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who was that?
I can't remember, but he was with his woman and Sean Haggerty kept talking about his woman's tits to him.
Yeah, Sean absolutely annihilated the fuck out of that whole front row. It was amazing.
Like, from literally the first minute he started, people couldn't stop laughing.
He literally grabbed the woman's phone and just started reading out her messages.
Yeah. And it was all like sexual messages straight away. That's such like a West Belfast thing. It's just to not have anything in your phone but dirt. You know, like I swear to God, like literally, he picked it up and he was like, "Oh, will you enjoy that pineapple later?" I was like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on?"
Have you ever done that? Like, obviously, that giving somebody your phone to look at a picture and then they just start.
Oh, they start swiping. Yeah,
Like, fucking
I
Jesus.
have millions of nudes on this. No, like I did it with my girlfriend originally before I started going out with her. I did the old tactic of do you want to go on my Tinder for me and text other girls? You know, I was like doing that shit. And her and her friend were like, you know, I was doing it to both of them to test them. You know, I was like, in my head, I was like, whoever doesn't want to do it, I'm going to go for them. But the other, like her friend turned around to me and was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then my current girlfriend turned around and was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, and she went through, I told her to like just swipe and then pick someone who matches or whatever.
Yeah.
And she ended up just going through all my messages, and I was like, "Oh, fucking!"
No.
I say some heinous things. Like, you know what I mean? There's some things I'm like, "Fuck me," that you know, you want to get cancelled.
I think reading out anybody's like flirty text or dirty text just immediately so incriminating, and like out of the context of that situation is so weird. Like everybody looks like the biggest creep.
Oh, I remember Chico. He used to send girls like axes, like loads of axes. You know. Chico's smooth with it as well. Like I was trying to when we were in Dublin watching Kendrick Lamar there, and I was like, oh, let me see who you're texting or whatever. And that sounds really weird out of context, but it was like they were all talking about like, it was like they were all talking about all Hinge and Tinder as it was like the group. So I was just like, let me see, you know, and I was like, oh, say this, and it was very like, you know. Like, oh, fucking, I'm going to be smooth about this. And he was all, no, I want to text him like this, you know, like all like cute and all. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Because it was basically being like the girl, oh, what's your Snapchat? I hate, or Instagram or whatever, if you're an adult, you know. And I was like, oh, because I hate texting on Tinder to try and get him a wee bit closer. And he turned around and he was all, and she was, He'd like deleted the message out and he said some cute shit there, and I was like, bro, fucking it works.
It works, yeah.
It does work, but it's mental. Like, I don't know, fucking. But I had another question after that. Wait, actually,
I can't even remember the question.
Have you ever been on Tinder? Actually,
oh, Tinder,
you still on it?
Oh, yeah. Are you? What are you saying? Like, what's cutesy stuff you saying right now?
Oh, we're just talking about the weekend.
Oh, just, the singer, or just the weekend in general?
Do you like that song Low Life? I know. No, I don't know. Like, it's have you any of the crazy stories from Tinder?
No, I'm the worst person to, because I'll like reply and then not reply.
Oh, really?
I'm so bad at texting. It's gotten shockingly horrible. Like,
oh God, I know.
No, I just can't.
Are you on like Mahara Tinder, or do you like set it to like Belfast?
Fucking Mahara Tinder is, no offense to everyone from there, but it's not good. It is.
You're the best looking girl on there.
Yeah, literally. Like, oh, mate. We'll just move on. What's the next question?
The next question then. Jack McGee asked the most random shit. How many minutes do you think you get lost in a sauna?
In a sauna?
Yeah.
Oh, like, all right, okay. Like just sitting in the sauna.
I was reading
like,
it out.
I didn't know what he meant by that. Like jacking off in the sauna or something.
How long can you wank for in the sauna? Fucking 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Tell you later on, mate. Heading to the gym. No,
my sauna is it's like the sauna in Mahara is me and like 10 big massive gypsy fellas who just like live in that sauna. So
not one of them have a single blemish on their skin.
Oh,
like,
mate, they're absolutely glistening. Like
pores are clear. Like, you know what I mean? Like a fucking L'Oreal advert. Like, gypsies always have the best hair though as well, don't they?
They do fantastic hair.
I've never seen a bald gypsy or a balding gypsy.
Great heads hair.
Man, it's because they just eat fruit and nuts all day like us.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's like, you know, like, there's a lot. Yeah, literally,
Birds.
that's it. I'm just gonna eat raw, like cold tins of beans from now on. I'll be flying. But because there's quite a few like round, like this area, like it would be quite like prominent around here. I'm the minority here, like, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, you might get robbed out here. You know?
You were genuinely scared to get robbed out there. Yeah.
No, literally, I swear to God, there was one time I was walking out there. I was walking with my girlfriend to a taxi or something, or I was waiting on a taxi. I can't remember what it was. Either way, and I was standing there, and this guy walks past. He's like our local like drug dealer. You probably see him down and about here when you walk out. He's never off his feet. I swear to God. And he walked past me, and he was like, "All right, bro," and I was all, well, bye.
It's Gary Glitter, lad.
Oh. He is, and he walked past, and like he walked up and he was just looking back at me the whole time, and I was like, the fuck's he looking at? He got up like round the corner up here, and he just stopped and like stood at the corner with his head peeking round at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? And he like started to walk back down after like 5 minutes, and my taxi just pulled up, and I was like, was I about to get fucking robbed there or something? Because he was like looking around at me like, you know,
He's like, he's alone.
yeah. The thing is, I'm about 4 times the size of the cunt. So like,
he's like 6 years old. Like,
there's one of them who actually is he's like a half traveler, half like one of us, you know. He's half normal, so which
half traveler, half normal.
Yeah, so he's Portuguese, and no, he walked. I was telling this to who was I telling this to? Adam Byrne or something, and he walked up to us with a butter knife one time and tried to rob us.
No way.
When he was like maybe like 10. He's about 17 now. Like he was in my wee sister's class in school, and he got booted out after like I'd say about second year for curb stopping another wee lad.
What?
Absolute mental case.
Jesus.
And he walked past someone's car door when he was about 13, just opened the car door and started trying to pull them out like it was fucking GTA. I remember seeing it on Facebook and all people trying to video him and all, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
What a wee legend.
I remember playing football out there, and he took his balls out and rubbed it on the football and chucked it out. What the fuck are you doing?
Literally, he's mental. One day we were like, because we used to skateboard, and he walked up to us when we were just like skating out the front there, and he took our mate Liam's hat and just fucked it over a fence. We were getting terrorized by like a 10-year-old.
You're like, oh, there he is, like crying and shit.
Because he
staying inside.
We couldn't do anything about it. So when we were younger, we were always like, see, when we're like driving and all, like,
let's
you know,
kill him.
I was like, we could put him in the boot and just send on, you know, drive him to like fucking Dundalk or something and just leave him there, like, you know.
Just immediately gets out and stabs somebody. Like, you're like, oh fuck, lad.
Like fucking Mr. Chow in The Hangover, you know, when they fucking lift the boot up and he just comes out with the crowbar.
He's fucking fully naked for no reason. You're like, what? He had clothes on when we put him in there.
That's he's the Craigavon Mr. Chow. That's what he is.
I like that.
Yeah.
What a title. Craigavon, Mr. Chow.
His name's Willie. I'll set him out. What a name. What a weird fucking question.
You should get him on this podcast.
Oh, I haven't seen him about actually. Maybe he's just fat and old now. Maybe he just looks like me at this point, you know, like
Maybe it is you.
Also, you never see me and him in the same room.
Yeah.
It was weird that day he stole Liam's hat. I was around the corner. He does actually look like me though. He's like ginger and he has like the same face as me and all. I have a beard. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think he'll ever get a beard though. Fucking hell, this is what a shit question to like ask for the last one. Stormcloaks or Imperials? You big Skyrim fan?
I thought that was Star Wars he was talking about there. No way.
You into any games or like anything like that?
I was obsessed. I stopped playing games because when I was a kid, I got obsessed with an internet chat room called Habbo Hotel. Have you ever heard of it?
No, but it already sounds dodgy as hell.
Yeah, it is. It was just like me and like fucking 3 million pedophiles, and I was like, this is deadly. I'm like the most popular guy here, and so I got obsessed with that. And it was one of them games where you had to like buy furniture and stuff like with with actual money.
Oh really?
So I would just get a top up and spend it on like furniture and stuff. And I was obsessed with that. Like it started like absorbing my life. I wouldn't go outside. Yeah. And then I was like, just one day it just kind of clicked. And I was like, I'm a fucking loser. Like, and I was like, just banned myself from it.
You stopped buying furniture off pedos. Fucking hell. I couldn't like even like whenever I was younger I never was on like Club Penguin or anything.
No.
It just wasn't my vibe. I even like when Bebo came about I just got Bebo when it was like fucking down out.
Yeah, you got it at the last second. Like
yeah, so like everyone was like, you know, have you not got Facebook yet? I was like, but like my iOS replay is still on my thing, you know, like
what was your was that your Flashbox?
Yeah, and it was all like pictures of Subarus.
Oh,
like
yeah.
You know, like the Subaru Impreza from like the rallies.
God,
yeah.
Yes.
I was like such a wee smick when I was younger, and it just I don't know what.
When you were younger,
again, I look like somebody's fucking like B-Tech drug dealer. I look like who you would go to if your main drug dealer wasn't there. You know.
Yeah. Have you went through like every kind of I don't know. Like you did skateboarding.
Oh yeah, no,
every kind of phase you could go through.
Oh,
You've got guitars.
Yeah,
you were a rapper.
Yeah.
You're into hats now.
I was always into hats, man.
Yeah.
Swear to God, they're just lying everywhere.
Can I put one on?
There's probably one lying about there somewhere. Chico, is there? Oh, here. The guitar.
I'll join you, lad.
I think there might be makeup on that one though. So fuck it. Here we go.
Is it dope?
Yeah. Is it dope?
Does it work?
You look like Dopey, one of the 7 dwarves. You look like the 8th dwarf. Heroin-y.
Heroin?
Yeah, no, you look like Santa Claus's like younger brother that like mooches off him.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you look like you're like, you know, his wife's like Mrs. Claus is trying to like kick you out, but you're like, listen, mate, I look after the kids when you're at work. You know?
35, still living upstairs. I'm like, that's a pretty sweet setup. I can go to bed whenever I want. It's not bad. Like.
I know. Where you forget you're an adult, where you're allowed to do things. He's like, mate, if they come home at 10:30 and I'm not in bed, like, it's like, mate, you're 42. Like,
it's literally not too far from my real life. I'm literally
you just wearing a hat now.
Coming 30, live with my parents. Yeah.
Oh, it's I'm trying to. Are you thinking about moving out anytime soon, or are you just enjoying the cost of living crisis?
I am enjoying it. But William and I were actually going to maybe move into a house together.
Oh, really? In Belfast? Then?
Yeah, one of my mates.
Would that be east or?
I don't know.
You would not fit in east.
I don't know where anything is.
Yeah. To be fair, you just look like, you know, like the egg split in the womb with William. So like.
No, I was like, one of my mates is buying a house. No, it's Orma Road.
Oh,
around
like
that
where
direction.
The Pav and all is then.
Yeah, it's like at the other side of the park.
Not give the exact location. People know where you and
I won't know where it is. I don't know where it is. And
people will find you before you do.
I've been there several times. Like I'll be asking people directions to my house.
I suppose like because you do like sketches and stuff together.
Yeah,
and
so we were thinking it could be a good idea. So I don't know, but that was meant to happen there this month, but the guy hasn't got all the papers back from the house. So
really? Yeah.
Just waiting on that.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
I also have no money, so I don't know what my game plan is. I can't pay rent.
Do you currently work or? Sorry, you're just in the dole office here. I promise me I've applied for 3 this week. Fuck's sake. No, don't answer that. Actually, that's a fucking weird question. Yeah. It's like asking how much do you earn, mate? You know. No, but so how often would you be gigging then?
At the minute, I'm going to start picking it up more. Like,
because I've seen you coming back a lot recently.
Yeah, because I went through like a lot of gigs there at the end of the pandemic, and then it kind of teetered off.
Yeah.
Because for no real reason. I was just like, Sorry, I'm just like caught in the middle of a burp here, and then I'm just pretty much just getting, starting to pick up a lot more, and that's why I kind of want to live in Belfast as well.
Yeah, I suppose that's fucking the drive for you.
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. Yeah. So I want to be able to so I can just call down to Pav and jump on, or if I can, or whatever, and just do as many gigs as I can.
Again, like everyone fucking William is in the Pav, twice a month. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just doing 5 minutes, and I've seen Mickey just jumping in. I've seen Shane just jumping in. I've seen like Rory Woods is in Flat Out recently.
I need to see Woodsy. I haven't seen him in ages.
Oh, he's fucking, every time I see him now, he's one of the only comedians that I listen to, and I go, like a lot of the comedians I'll listen to, and I'll go, yeah, I could be like that, I could reach that like level of funny, but then he's one where I'm like, I need to do better. I need to fucking write better stuff.
That's good though. Like that's good to have that.
I know. So like sometimes whenever you get that competitive streak in you, like obviously I'm still a year in, so everything is just competitive at the minute. Yeah. I'll probably get to the phase where I just actually enjoy stand up, but
yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, it does. My first 2 years, I was like, I hate this. Why am I doing this? Like, it's so brutal. Like. Then you just suddenly, this is good crack.
Yeah, I know. That's I'm starting to get that way because I'm enjoying like it'll be like 9 times out of 10 I'll have a good gig, and then like the odd one I'll like have it. I haven't really died on my whole, but I'll have like a weird gig where I'm like, oh, that joke didn't land as well as I thought. Like last night, for example, I did a joke about the dog whisperer that I've been doing recently, and it's been fucking murdering left, right, and center. It's basically about how he just leaves the dog looking like Theon Greyjoy from from Game of Thrones. Yeah, and
Dickless.
Literally just beats the fuck out of the dog for like 20 minutes and just traumatizes it into submission. Yeah. But I've been doing a bit about that, and it's been fucking killing like everywhere I've went. And then I did it last night in Derry, and I was like, oh, like everyone just looking at me like, what's the dog whisperer?
I hear when I hear when that happens, when you have like you just said, like it would kill, and then you'll say it one night, and the whole audience just. What the fuck just happened there?
You see Pete Giffen on Wednesday night there in Lavery's. His last joke was built up, and he was absolutely cooking with it, and cooking.
Oh yeah!
And then he dropped the last punchline, and everyone just looked at him, and I was like, oh fuck, that's so grim.
That's always the risk you gotta take when you're like, I'm gonna build something deadly here, and then it gets nothing, and they were like, you're just like, so I was just talking for 5 minutes.
But it was like the crowd were like in front of him, like pissing themselves and like hitting each other and all, and couldn't breathe for his build up, and then just as the punchline landed, they're all, and what's that mean? I was like, oh fucking rough, and he came off and he was all. But
What was he feeling?
Yeah, well, he did really well.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah, he was killing up until that point. But I felt it whenever I seen his face go like, right, you know.
Lavery's the new stage in there is deadly.
Oh, I love the new layout.
Yeah, it's
you haven't done it yet, but
yeah.
I would absolutely fucking love a gig in there, guys. Because Colin Gaddis is a big fan of this. You know, the guy who doesn't reply to anyone.
Oh yeah, that's just Colin though. That's not like anything specific.
I see it literally. I've heard that from everyone now. I'm like,
everyone is just tell Justin that's what Colin's like.
Colin Gaddis is ringing them at the minute, and they're like, "Fuck,
we're like, stop texting me."
I know I'm the only one, but that's even because William was like running the show on Wednesday, and I was like 5 minutes going, and he was like, no, and I just want to tell you that because it's me telling you.
I was literally there.
It's like so rough. What the fuck? Yeah, but no, soon I'll get it someday.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because that's the competitive streak in me at the minute. There's people who have been doing it 3 or 4 months, getting like the Empire and like the Terrace, and I'm like
the terrorist.
Yeah, the terrorist. They're getting the terrorist bar.
The terrorist spot.
It was Lavery's. It was Grand Opera Hotel. Like where I'm like, you know, like me and a few guys have been doing it over a year now, and we've been working our asses off to like get to a stage where we want to do like the Empire and not getting a reply from it and stuff. Yeah. Not bitter about it, but put me on.
You boys are like properly grinding it out though.
That's what I mean. Like,
you really are like.
Yeah, it's like again, like people like Kieran and Pete and all, they're literally, you know, Pete's showing his face everywhere now. You know, he's on all the podcasts. He's on.
Kieran and Sean they did their first full show half hour each, like
literally like 6 months in.
Yeah, like I was like, so I haven't even done that yet. I'm too scared to do that.
Kieran Franco is like, you know, he's like, I don't even know how to explain it. He's the fucking Elon Musk of Northern Irish comedy at the minute.
Yeah.
He's like everywhere. He's running every gig, and he's like just
getting out there, like
not exposing him too much here, you know. So if any of the open micers are like looking at him, going, "Give me a gig," he'll say no to you. But no, but that's what I mean. I think he's ran like 6 different like gigs.
Yeah.
And some of them have went on for like 3 or 4 times or whatever. And again, he's only like 13 months in. You know, we did our first gigs together, and I'm like, can I get a gig, please? You know,
you're not asking him.
Literally, last night was my 50th gig, and that was like so. Yeah,
you are counting that?
I was counting after, because I was stuck on like in the 20s for a while.
Right.
For like 6 months, I was stuck in the 20s, and I was like, oh fuck, I hate this, and that's when I got a bit bitter about things. And then out of nowhere, just like around maybe like August, September time, I started doing like 2 gigs a week. Damn. And I was like, so I was, you know,
two a week, like it's fucking nice.
And a lot of them are,
keep
you know,
it.
Like I've done maybe 2 open mics in the last like 4 months, and the rest have all been like paid spots and stuff. Not that I'm not flexing or anything, but I just mean like that's like out of nowhere it clicked like that, you know. So, and even I think the podcast helped a lot. Like once people started seeing the podcast, like people were like, you know, oh, he's about his shit, and then they see that side of the room, and they're like, oh, we're never hiring him again.
With him sitting there. Oh god.
Literally, everyone loves Chico now. Everyone's like, every time I'm doing a gig, they're like, is Chico here and all?
You know what though? I think that's the best position to be in a podcast. Just be the laughing guy in the background. Yeah.
You don't have to show your face.
Yes. He's like the Nile of it. He's the, you know.
Yeah, can we genuinely switch spots right now? Just 2 talking.
Jimmy, can you pull that up, please? I know.
The Ben Avery.
Yeah, you were because I remember you were, whenever I first set this up, you were asking about like a few things to do with it. Would you ever think about running one? Or I know every fucking second person has one. Everyone in their man has one. Like, but...
I do want to do one. Yes. The only spot I have to do it is the garage, but it's like just filled with shit. So like, it's just like
the garage and a Hammer podcast.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
Yeah,
could be. Do you know what? That could be a good backdrop.
It's just you having an existential crisis twice a week, you know.
Yeah, so no, I definitely want to do one, but I just need to get it set up. I need equipment. I've got Audacity, like you've got there. I've got.
Don't tell him, man.
Oh, shit, I mean,
this is I'm recording this on whatever Kanye West uses.
I've got like cheap shit mics. Yeah. But so maybe I'll get into it. I should 100%.
Yeah, no, it definitely would be something. Yeah, because like I can imagine like yours being something like what McKegney does. You know, I can imagine something a bit more like it's a bit more niche than the rest of just all the shy talk ones. You know, because it will be a bit more rural or something. You know,
so definitely.
So I think you could get away with it, and like. You're easy to talk to and stuff, not to kiss your ass too much, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them things, you know? So I think you should definitely look into it. Or
that is now, I am looking into it. But
and obviously you have, like, the background and, like, filming and stuff, or whatever you've been doing with the sketches and stuff. So.
No actual expertise in filming at all.
Just winging it,
Yeah, complete winging it, completely. I learned a lot from Mark. Mark is like a genius at cameras.
And it's wild because one minute he's like, "How's it cutting your hair?" And then the next he's just like a genius, you know.
Yeah,
Like, where the hell did that come from?
No,
you know?
he's good at. He's very knowledgeable and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was saying. I'm the worst podcast guest. I'm like, I don't know what I'm thinking. What are
the
you
most
talking
tangent one anyway. That's no. I think definitely because it's easier than people think. You know, it's not as like people think you need all the fucking like. Obviously, I've got the whole setup and stuff at the minute, but that it was already here. So you know, it's not as if like I was just one day I was like an industry plant where just some fucking record exexecutive just sat me down.
Set
and was,
you the fuck up.
Yeah, but
they just used to rap in here.
Yeah, that's what that makes from. The mic in front of you.
There was
that
one I looked
well.
over there. I was like...
yeah. But that's why we had all the recording equipment and obviously the guitars and all, and I had like the big PC set up and all, so it kind of people better not find out where I live or I'm fucked.
I read enough.
Yeah. But then because we used to do videos as well, so we got these lights in, and like me and Chico split these lights, and whenever Chico was doing photography and stuff, he would take them, and that's one thing I was saying this last week. You need to fucking really nail down on the like the promotional side of things. I'm like really weird about promoting things. Like I'm like you have to promote every fucking thing you do, you know. And Cheek was like, you know, his Instagram is just like a photo of like him in like a nightclub, or like a photo of like a dead spider in a candle jar, you know. Like
it's pretty cool. What's your Instagram?
That's actually one thing.
It's pretty fucking sweet.
Forgot about this. Chico's nice and all. It's a fucking psycho.
Right, okay.
Do you know what Chico used to do? He used to get like like spiders.
It'd be a spider in my room or something.
Right,
like a big fucked off, like one that if you threw a shoe at it, it would catch it and fuck it back at you, you know, one of them ones. And he used to catch them in his hand, put it into like a Yankee candle, like something like over there.
Yeah.
And he would put it in there, leave it for a few, full on fucking like it puts the lotion on its skin kind of vibes, you know. Put it in the jar, catch flies, rip the wings off them.
And dip them in
and feed it to the spider.
No, and would it be alive enough to eat the fly? Just cover it in wax?
I remember he just would lift the jar. Like he would keep it like in a candle jar, like half full.
Oh right, so I thought the candle was lit. I thought you were just like
you haven't let me finish.
Right, okay.
He would get to that stage, and then when the spider would be like old and decrepit, he would just light the candle and it would melt into the wax.
Oh my god, did you end up having like
loads of wee
that's kind of interesting, like
so you would light the candle and you could see all the wee spiders through.
And it would just stink of dead spider. Dead spider aroma. That's what I'm going for.
Spider-Man's come for me. Like.
Yeah.
What do you want? This dead they want the arachnophobia flavored candle. Yankees new brand.
You did have weird moments to get when you were a kid though, because I remember
he was 19.
Oh right, okay.
This is like full on fucking Vecna from Stranger Things shit. Like I swear to God, it wasn't even like, you know, like you would picture like. Oh yeah, imagine just a wee like 10-year-old doing like weird shit, you know, pulling the wings out, killing ants with a fucking magnifying glass. No, he was in his 20s.
I had a mate who he said like right up to 15, he was in like the lowest band class in school. He said he couldn't tell time or read until he was like 13, 14.
Jesus.
And he said just one day, like he was in the shower and just had an epiphany, and he was like, "What the fuck am I doing in my life?" And then he just worked and ended up in the top band, going to uni and all that stuff. But he said within them years of like them hazy years where he was like didn't know what the fuck was going on.
He just became self-aware one day.
Yeah, he just turned on, right? But he used to like he would like find frogs and build like a Lego chamber and like put the frog in and like close it and just bury it. And then you're like taking notes. And
she goes like, "We're like Playmobil Lego," or like,
and he would just bury it and come back like a day later, and if the frog was alive, he'd let it go. He'd be like,
so it's basically it's like a test. It's like fucking Squid Games.
Yeah, just like tested this frog's fucking existence for no reason.
Put the frog in the hot box.
So you deserve to live.
You know, you are a warrior.
You're worthy.
Worthy of life.
Yeah,
survival of the fittest with him. Fuck's sake.
One of them weird things you do as a kid. Like the only thing that I can remember doing something like that was when we moved into our estate. It was just building. It was like the only house in our estate, and the rest just building sets. And I used to just run around the building sets, and there was like a bucket full of water, and I just seen this cat, and I was like,
"This is the second story we've had in this of people torturing cats."
I was just like, "Come here, come over," and I was petting it, and I just left it and just sat it in the water, and it just jumped out and legged it. And I instantly was like,
You were 25 at the time.
yeah, it was just before I came out here. Like, I was instantly just like, shouldn't have done that. But I felt like it was a learning moment. Yeah.
You have to do these things, yeah.
Oh, yeah, another memory, I remember the moment that I think I stopped doing shit like that when I was a kid.
Right.
There was like a worm in water, and I just picked up a rock and just like chucked it at the worm, and it just split in half. And I shit you not, the second it split in half, it started pissing raining.
Really?
And I was like,
You're fucking.
I was like, what have I done? And that was it. I was out of that game. Like,
Yeah. You were out of the fucking psychotic teenager game. Yeah, mine was I remember mine very vividly. I stood in a slug
oh no.
and it
You're
popped.
like,
Fucking pure Mario Kart. I stood in a slug and its head exploded. Holy
no.
fuck, yeah, it fucking the RSPCA are coming after us after this. Fucking PETA.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, just so welcome to the Torture and Animals episode of the User Active. No, like I stood in the slug and its head exploded
Yep.
and went straight up into the air and landed all down my face and down my
Yeah.
back, and I went, that was straight up karma. That was like
Yeah,
full.
that's what it is.
And then after that I was like, I'm never touching an animal again.
Slugs like a suicide bomber. It's like, I'm taking you out too,
That's a
lad.
fucking martyrdom. I swear to God. So he pulled a load of grenades. He's like, if I'm going, you're going, bitch. I was just covering, remember hitting my mouth and all, me just being like,
Oh Jesus!
I was
It's like
like-
some fucking slug just raining down at you.
worst about it was in the middle of a fucking hay fever attack as well.
Oh,
I remember that
no.
like really vividly. It was like spring, and like I just remember like my eyes were like full fucking, you know, like I looked like I was trying to think all the time,
Like,
you know.
fuck this slug. Like,
I was like sneezing and couldn't breathe and all. And did
Jesus
that. And I was
Christ.
like, oh, this day couldn't get worse. Like my ma beat me. No, it
she's
was
like, you should have kept it for a candle, you wee cunt. Slug candles.
slug candles. Chico's new brand.
Oh my God.
Chico's candles. Well, Chico's incense.
You should do that. Just a range of like
I
Instagram
would
posts.
love to start a fucking candle business.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do like all the wee weird stuff like that. You always end up getting like fucking like incense and stuff and things like that. So yeah.
I have gotten into candles in my later years though. Fucking love a wee crackly candle.
we crackly one.
Yeah.
We had one. I can't remember where it went. That might be it. No, that's not it. Fuck knows where it went, but yeah, no, the wee crackly ones. But it's you like the thing I worry about with them though. I fall asleep to like white noise very easily.
Yeah.
So if like you put a crackly candle in a room, like
You're
I
right.
just, you know,
Yeah, just wake up flames everywhere.
yeah, full fucking comatose. Like, no, this is okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you bought any candles recently?
A good question, Justin. Thank you for asking. I got a wee B&M bargain candle there.
Oh, did you?
recently.
It's just me trying to fill 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Actually banging in candles.
Do you know what? It wasn't too bad because I usually pop on a Yankee and they'll like fucking rape you for the price.
No,
But a
that'll
wee
be your firstborn child. You know, you're like,
fine ticket. I need this wee
the salesman's fucking Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sign this contract.
with some like obscure as fuck smell. Like fucking anxiety on a Wednesday. Right? That sounds good.
Personal trainer sweat. Do you want this mashed potato flavored candle?
Jesus, that would do well.
Fucking-
Mashed potato flavoured?
Yeah. You eat it as it goes along. You ever stick your finger in a candle and just like let the wax sit on you for a
Oh
while?
yeah.
There's a lit one over there. I've been staring at it for about 20 minutes. Like
Just pour it on me.
Yeah.
You used to do it with wee army man.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is this another weird kink
Yeah.
of yours as a child?
Yeah, just dipping army man in wax and then just watching it. Just watch it see what happens. Not much. Seems like happened every time. Waxy army man.
I know. Waxy arm.
Fascinating though.
Waxy spiders and fucking. That's the name of this episode.
Waxy spiders. Yeah, you did some weird shit as a kid. Like I remember I like got a wee car and just had it in a wee jug of water in my room for a year, like a wee see-through glass thing of water. And I was like, I'm gonna see what happens. It's like an experiment. 2 years passed, obviously nothing happened. It was just water. Like
It was just smelly water after a while. Yeah, I used to do shit like that. Do you ever used to make potions out of like all the fucking shower gels and stuff in the house? No. This is
no, you freak.
where my mum was always like, "Why the fuck have we no fucking shampoo in here?" And it was just me and the fucking making cocktails out of it. All fucking, the fuck are we talking about there? Waxy spiders.
Nothing worth going back to, probably.
I know. Have you any gigs coming up then?
Aye. I'm in the Sunflower next week.
Oh shit, you're doing the end of the year one
End
then,
of
the
the
big
year
one.
I'm
Yeah,
excited for that. That'll be brilliant.
Yeah, who's all on that lineup actually? That's...
There's Robbie McShane, who's fucking
Yeah.
a genius.
Oh, I swear to God, he has one joke. I don't want to tell the whole fucking joke to it, but there's a bit where he says about how when he was so high, one time he met a sheep.
Oh, he said that last laugh. He says
So
that,
did he?
like,
Oh, I swear, it's so funny. Like, yeah, it's yourself, William, Johnny Bo's on. That'll be fucking
yep. He's
good.
got a show coming up this week.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kieran and Adam Burns, actually, the guy I was talking about, he's opening for him. Aaron Butler, Robbie McShane, Jordan Robinson, Jack McGee. I fucking love Jack.
Jack's amazing.
Yeah, he's one of the funniest cunts ever, I swear to God. It's the deadpan in his voice, but it sounds like a politician.
Mm-hmm.
He talks like a politician, but he says like the most vile things.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
be like, athletes, dude, you know. Ian Thompson, holy shit, Heather Anderson, Claire Corrigan, and Mustafa. Still think Mustafa hates me, so.
Do you?
Yeah, don't know why.
Fair.
Yeah, he's just when he talks to me, I'm like, do me a favor, Mustafa, blink.
Can you imagine seeing him like at a comedy show and the next day going to the hospital and he's your doctor? That'd be like a weird episode like Black Mirror. He's like,
Yeah.
hello, I'm still doing my set.
The guy who just talked to you for 20 minutes about how he loves fingering people's ass and smelling it or whatever, and then you're in for a prostate exam and you're like, alright mate, am I going to end up in one of your wee
So I was cut
shots?
off. Is that something he talks about? He hasn't. I missed that.
Yeah, I think he,
I have to bring that up next time I speak to him.
it's something like that's along those lines. I'm probably
Yep.
butchering the fuck out of that, but he does have a joke with, like, where he talks about doing prostate exams and how he feels powerful doing it or something. And I'm like, I'm like, it's fucking great, like, but I'm like, every time I'm talking to him, he's like, I've smoked weed, and you're like,
That's how he starts the conversation.
yeah.
Like,
And I'm like, "Man, I'm in the fucking urinal together here, like, you know, fucking.
just right beside you.
I know.
Like, Jesus, where did you come from? Like,
Yeah. The fucking, you know, have you ever watched The American Office?
yeah, bits and pieces.
Dwight's all like, Angela walks up behind him. It's just standing there and he goes, fuck! I love that. That's a funny meme, but yeah, no.
Are you a big weed smoker yourself?
Dabbled, haven't done in a while. Like I used to freak out quite a lot.
Right. Yeah.
So-
see, that was always my
Yeah,
kind of thing. I
so-
never enjoyed it.
I could handle. I'll drink a liter of whiskey and not even blink. But
Yeah.
like the second I'm like, and I'm just like, oh, so this is what the fourth dimension looks like.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's a weird thing. What about yourself?
I was the same. I smoked weed like all through uni for like the year before uni and first year, and then it took 2 years for me to go, I hate this. Like, and I was doing it all the time. And I was like, wait a minute, this is not fun at all.
Yeah, Chico would buy an avid smoker.
Are you a big weed smoker? I think it affects some people definitely for sure. Because
Yeah.
I have some mates that smoke it all the time and they're just happy as Larry.
Yeah.
Whereas if I smoke it, I'm just like all day.
That's,
I know. I'm like fucking trance,
Am
like
I breathing weird?
You get past that though.
Yeah, oh, you have to like that's
Yeah,
like
you
the
can't-
testing stage. You have to just
Yeah.
burst through it.
Like I just sort of like wasn't enjoying it too much, you know. It was
Yeah.
like there was one time we were in here, and it was like it was some weird, like, you know, that spice stuff that was going about.
Oh yeah.
Like the weird, like, fake CBD oil. And one day, the desk used to be here against the wall, and we were just sitting. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was during lockdown, so saying on. We were just sitting here, and I was just sunk into my chair, like literally couldn't
Yeah.
move. I was like, people were talking to me, and I could only move my eyes. It was like the end of fucking Midsummer when he's all fucking.
In the bear costume,
Yeah,
but
I
it
was
was
like-
setting fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People were like, Justin, mate, do you want to like go out for a walk and all that? Well, trying to blink at them like fucking Stephen
Just
Hawking.
like,
You
are
know?
you even real? No, I had like actually the last time I did it because I stopped smoking in uni and then I was like every so often the year I started doing it again I would have a wee toke, just like one, and I was like, do you know what, this isn't so bad. And then my mate took me around to his garage one time. All my stories involve garages, like, and
The Mahara garage. That's your podcast.
we all just
mate.
live in garages, like, but and then it was just me and him just smoking away, listening to music. I was like, this is not bad, like,
Yeah.
and then it just started getting weird, and
You're like,
No, but
mate, put your clothes back on.
what are you doing? And then it started getting weird, and he every time I blinked, like I was in the garage, and then when I blinked, I was like just like vividly kind of seeing what I was thinking. I kept thinking like I was in front of a big crowd, and I was like, oh yeah, like to the music. Then I opened my eyes, and I'm
Hey,
like,
Stevenson.
I opened my eyes, and I was like back in front of the garage. I looked over at him, and he was in the corner of the room, like the end of the Blair Witch, just staring at the wall, like. And I was like, the fuck's? I was like, okay, I'm freaking out, but just ride the wave, like let's get this over with.
Yeah.
And I just have like the last kind of memory that night was me walking by him, going, lad, what the fuck's this weed about? And he was like, oh, sir, it's probably been spiked. And I was like, okay.
Thank you.
I was like, I'm
Mate,
off.
you want a tenner for that? Or?
I'm out. It's
Yeah.
probably that spice shit. Like,
I know, it's fucking wild. Like that. One time, do you remember one time in your room we had a bit of a smoke and I started freaking out because I have asthma. So I like sometimes when I get like really weird.
so I just laughed at you having asthma. Like, that's funny.
And I was like freaking out in his room because I could feel my heartbeat too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, should I be able to feel my heartbeat on the outside of my body right now? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just pacing about in his bedroom for like 40 minutes, just back and forth. And I
You're
was
just
like,
sitting there, he's just like killing your buzz, like completely. Like,
I was like, can someone ring an ambulance? Can you overdose on this? And all?
oh, did you have the "can someone ring an ambulance" thought? Like,
Like I had it in my head, but I was like, don't be a bitch.
Don't be the
like there was like the angel and the devil on my shoulder was like, you know, one of them was like, mate, you need to go to the hospital.
you are dying. Like,
And the other one was like, mate, just fucking just tell someone to kick you under the bed or something.
Yeah,
if you do
yeah.
die, you know. And I was like, you can't look like a bitch in front of the boys, like, you know.
yeah. Were you big into like psychedelics or anything like that?
No, never. It's never really been I'm more of a
Never.
drinker.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love. I'm more like I'll take a pint over anything, you know. So,
Yeah, no, do you know what? Same at this
Yeah.
point, like in my life.
Yeah. What
Uni
did
was-
you ever used to be, or?
Uni was very much. We started out drinking, and then it went to like going out and drinking, and then it went.
All right, 1 pint just cut you in a fucking bedroom, cockeyed, like.
And then it went cut to us doing weed, and then we're just like became those guys that were just sitting in the house every night,
Oh yeah.
just smoking weed, watching like David Attenborough. Hey, look at that wee polar bear, that's metal.
Hey,
And
penguins, mate, you know that fucking that's all fluff on them,
it's like
there.
wee tuxedos, that's metal. And then we were like, let's try acid
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And acid was fantastic.
Right.
Like the first like 4 or 5 times, and then like I think everybody just gets the point where they have a trip that they're like,
Yeah.
I'm never doing it again.
I met God,
Yeah.
and he was trans.
Oh, spooky stuff. Like,
Yeah, but that time I got right tripped out. I sat and I had a pot noodle, and I remember chewing on the same fucking like forkful for about 25 minutes. Just
like
me,
sucking on the fork. Like,
like I put it in my mouth, and I remember it was just fucking dust in my mouth.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was just there going, like, and I was just like staring into the distance, going, "Don't freak out, don't freak out." And then there was another time where we were walking. There's a lake around here.
Yeah.
And we were walking around it one time, and I was walking, but it felt like I was leaning more forward as I was walking.
Oh, like kind of like this. Yeah.
So it felt like I was walking, and my feet were going into the ground.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I can't believe I'm going to get swallowed up at Craigavon Lakes. Like, you know?
It was just a puddle.
Yeah, and the other guys were like just sitting there going, "Would you fuck up? Like you're all right."
No, but I had a similar sensation when we used to do it around the Holy Lands.
Yeah.
And it's just
Oh,
like
right.
them long streets, like pure
Did
depression.
you go to uni in Belfast then?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Marketing.
Right.
And like so we took like acid one night, and then we were like walking down the street, and I was just like, this street doesn't end. I felt like I was standing still, and the street was just going zzz, like by me like this.
That is just the Holy Lands.
Oh, mate. And then like I was walking, and there was like this electric box, like one of them electric boxes things. No, it's an electric box. The little one of the electric box things. And just, it was like nighttime, and I was walking by it, and a wee Romanian child just jumped out from behind it, like, ah! And I was like, what the fuck, man? Why aren't you in bed? Like,
Going back to me, it's like I just sparked out. I just sparked out a child, bro.
it's like, we need to leave now. Don't ask any questions.
Why he's in the boot of the fucking Ultima there, fuck's sake. Yeah, no, it's weird. Chico had a. Do you remember who was it? Was it someone was smoking one time, and was it like Adron or something was just like staring at them in their eyes, like fucking.
No, I did acid.
Oh.
And my mate looked at me in the eyes and goes, "Do I look weird? Do I look weird? Do I
Oh
look
no.
weird?" I goes, "Get the
Get away from me, man.
No, I've done acid once. I thought it was intense. Really.
It is really intense. Like we did it one time at this my mate's house, and she lived in this really, really old house.
Right.
So like even like the decorations, the
You were
wallpaper,
the fucking satin of the nun.
it was insane. Like the wallpaper like was like just, do you know, like insane patterns.
Yeah.
Like intense. So the whole house was just like,
Oh right. Jesus.
and everybody looked like they had an old man's face for no reason. And we all seen it.
You were just in the Holy Lands, man.
Yeah. And then the girl was like, she just was like, started crying, but like, my hands are so big. Like, they looked huge. I was like, this isn't fun. What are we doing? Like,
She thought she was in the fucking Ludacris music video.
Yeah.
The one with the big arms and hands.
oh, mate. And then my mate just like burst into that. He just ran away. We're like, we don't know where he's going, but I'm not going outside into like the world on this. Like,
Yeah.
and he came back in and he just had like a handful of flowers he just stole from someone's yard. And he was like, lad, look. We were all like, oh my god, yeah, we get it.
We get it.
Aye. And then
the other people won't, but we get it, man.
we get it, lad. It just
This is
turned to
our
us
flowers.
dancing around the living room, listening to classical music. Each of us
You
hold-
were in Midsummer then?
I did, like literally holding a flower each, just going, this is the way to live, lad.
You're like, I'm telling you, man, Hobson is a good rapper, folks.
Illmind, fucking 77. That's not bad.
That's nice that you know that, actually. Yes. He's on Illmind 42 or something at the minute. 10 views in the video, folks. I know. Do you ever, were you ever into rap music, or are you into rap music or anything? I know
do.
William's like a big avid listener of it.
See, I love rap music, I would love rap and rock, but
Same here, man. Fucking
yeah, it's
all
like
around the room.
the two best, best genres.
Exactly.
And yeah, but I was like, one of them, like I love rap, but I couldn't give you any, like, do you know why people like William could go in detail about
I know.
people
Driving back from
and-
Derry with him was a fucking mental journey.
Yeah.
He's like, Kanye West, man, he's a genius. Like,
Yeah, like he
And I
can,
was
go, he can go deep, and
Yeah.
I do love it, but I couldn't give like an intensely intricate conversation rap. Like, who would be your biggest rap influences when you rapped?
I loved Mac Miller, as he's fucking up
Yep.
there. And I loved him from when I was about
He's
10.
up there. He's in the roof.
He's
He's not dead,
up there
mate.
talking. Yeah, I loved it. But when I was younger, I used to love the Hobsons and the Tech Nines and all.
I loved Hobson, and he used to like shit all over Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
And then it just went Tyler the Creator.
Yeah,
And Hobson's like
literally.
still in his attic, like
know.
going rapping away. Like
I know Hobson. To be fair, like I still follow him on Instagram and all.
he's doing well.
Yeah, he's still fucking making money. Like, you know, he spent like over lockdown for like 2 years. He just stayed in like a mansion in Thailand.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? He like recorded a song and all in it, and I was like,
Like a haunted, what was it, mansion? Some haunted
yeah,
mansion or something.
COVID
like that.
mansion or something.
COVID mansion, that was it.
Yeah, and he was just like living his best life, and I was like, fair play to him, you know. There's that whole shit. I don't know if you heard about it, whether like his ex and all, like claiming that he beat the fuck out of her, and then he wasn't
Right.
allowed to like see his child, and
Oh
it's just
shit.
typical like, you know, American rapper shit, you know. So
One of the nuts. No, I was like such a fucking corny Eminem fan. I was
oh,
gonna say
same
American
fucking
fan.
hell.
So I was obsessed. See, that's why I don't like talking about rap, because they're like, what's your favorite rapper? And I'm like,
Yeah, people expect you to go
Eminem?
like fucking MF Doom, like, you know.
I was like,
Yeah,
fucking everyone.
I still like what if you put an Eminem song on, I'll know every word to it. Like,
Same
you know,
lad. Do you like his new stuff?
I don't hate it, but also I'm like I'm listening to it as in like, oh, it's Eminem.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to it going, this is fucking shit, like, you know, like everyone
Yeah.
else. But I would listen to it just because it's Eminem, you know. I might not enjoy everything he brings out now, but I think the last like album he brought out that I was like, fuck, this is mental, was like the Marshall Mathers LP2.
Right,
the one
okay.
with Rap God and all on it.
Yeah.
Like that was like the production value on it was wild, but
Mhm.
like the newer ones like Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By and all is
Not a huge fan of them.
yeah, like it wouldn't be my favorite things, you know.
I liked Kamikaze only because it was after Revival, which I
Yeah.
fucking hated. Like,
Yeah,
I was so hoping it'd be good, and I was like, oh
Revival was trash.
Yeah.
Like all that song with like Pink and all on it. I was
no.
like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so grim to listen to. And it was like forcing myself as an Eminem fan, putting the headphones on, like trying not to make them come off. I was like, just listen to it, like, you know, trying to tell people it's a good album and all, but it just was not good. Kamikaze was good because he went a bit mental on it, you know. He was.
That's
like,
why I liked it. So I was like, yes, thank God.
Yeah, I think he just he tried to become too like modern,
Mm.
and he's like using all these like up to date rap beats and all. And I was like, that's
Yeah,
not him,
it's
you know?
I
like-
he went trap in one of them. and-
Yeah, I think like one of them is a song called Not Alike with Royce the 5'9". It was on one of the newer ones. It might have been Kamikaze or something, and it was just him going over this real like corny like Take Heat style beat. And I was like, this is just wild. Like,
Yeah.
like Royce the 5'9's class, but Eminem, he's too nasally and white to rap over that stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
I know.
Feels like, you know, a freestyle fucking rap battle in school.
I kind of feel bad 'cause he will be rapping until he's like
Oh, yeah.
80, 90, and the
Yeah,
albums are then going to be
He's the same
very,
age as my
very
dad.
Is he? Yeah, that's
the exact, like literally there's like 2 months between them.
nuts. Like,
Yeah, that's fucking wild. They're like both like 50 or 51 or something. I'm like, Eminem's still there with the fucking trousers around the ankles and all, and, you know, in his wee Kangol hat and the hood up, you know, in his cardigan.
yeah, it's cardigan. Yeah, oh, it's fucking.
He's just
corny,
gonna be there with a fucking Zimmer frame, like Zimmer frame, been her name. Yeah, but no, it was wild. That's like I loved Eminem growing up, and then I was a big fan of Hobson and all, because whenever you're like, again, you're in that age of like where you're starting to become aware of things, and he's rapping about these bitches getting pregnant and all, and he's like, oh, and you're raging because your baby daddy left you and all, and he's rapping about that stuff, and you're like, yeah, fucking, I'm like, I'm 12, I haven't even had sex, you know, like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, fucking, I loved all that. I did love Tech 9 at one point. Still, again, it just the same thing with Eminem. He sort of like became too modern, and it didn't suit him because he's an old school rapper, you know. And then who else? Like nowadays, I fucking love 21 Savage for some reason.
Right. Okay.
Every time 21 Savage comes on, I'm like, I could be a drug dealer.
I could fucking do it.
I could murder someone, not even think of it. And then I'm like standing on slugs, I'm crying at it. You know, like,
Bro, he's like, what would you be doing if it wasn't if you weren't doing stand up? What do you think?
Probably still music, yeah, because I was doing that for about 5 or 6 years.
What made you stop that?
I haven't stopped it. I got like really bad tonsillitis about a year ago.
Right, okay.
And I couldn't even like talk for a while. Like I was able to do stand up because I could talk, but I couldn't sound good. You know, I couldn't hit notes and stuff.
Yes.
So I like sort of faded out of it a bit. And got my mate sort of overtook me a wee bit as well. He fucking like Liam. Well, he hasn't dropped the fucking song, but like our mate Liam, I'll have to show you some of his stuff after this. He's fucking class.
Yeah, no, I think I found one of your clips one time.
Oh god.
'Cause I seen something. No, you're fucking. It was good. Like, did you rap as well?
No, he was the videographer.
You were the videographer, right? Okay.
I know. Chico can rap.
Can you?
Every time we get drunk and we
Do
pull
it
out the
right
mics.
I
know.
need to be drunk like.
Like 2 weeks ago, we were like blocked in here, and I whipped out the mic, and I was like, "Fucking, let's get rapping, bro." We were all
lad.
my mate.
Me and William do that all the time. Like,
Yeah,
anytime we're drinking.
William's fucking good at
He's
it as
good.
well.
He used to rap on the street.
Oh, did
in
he?
Belfast,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, was he like a busker then?
A wee busker rapper, like.
Yeah. And he did. I bet you he did it with a real thick Northern Irish accent. He was up there like, "I'm up here with Stephen Nolan and fuck," you know,
Talking about murdering people, and people are just like, "I'm just trying to go to Primark. Stop it, please."
Like, get away from the front of McDonald's. You can't fucking. You're fucking outside filthies. I know. No, I heard him doing it on
Shane Todd's podcast.
yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like, fuck, that was wild actually. Yeah,
It's good.
I can only do it whenever like I'm really in the mood for it now. But I want to get back into it, but it's getting the time to do it because again, this is the third episode I've recorded that I haven't put out yet. So
Right, okay.
I have 2 other episodes to put out as well.
Before
so,
this, yeah.
yeah. So I'm hoping to post one today here,
Yep.
and then I'm posting one maybe Sunday, and then this one will be out on Wednesday.
So to the listeners, when you're listening, this will be the future.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
be in the
exactly.
future. We will be in the future.
We'll predict the future now. So Liz Truss will be back.
Everyone outside this room is dead.
Yeah. Imagine we just walk out the fucking whole.
Apocalypse, like, and you're just like, "Oh, it's Craig Allen, like, this is just normal."
You're like shitting yourself, and I'm like, oh fuck, Willie's back.
No, mate, like the mate I did that spicy weed with.
Yeah.
We always
Spicy
do that.
weed.
We always sit.
It's oregano.
We're always like, let's rap, and we record it and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like the worst shit you've ever heard because we're both like bluttered, and everyone else in the house, like people would come down sporadically throughout the night, like, "Can you just two fuck up?"
Yeah, it's our mate. Like we were in Dublin. We went down for 2 nights. Went down for a night out on Sunday night, and then we went to Kendrick on Monday. And our mate, he's dropping a new album soon, and it's fucking class. Like,
Right.
it genuinely, you hear it, and you're like, you think of Northern Irish rappers, and you think of like John Sue and all, and like all them guys, and they're all like, "I fucking deal drugs," and but his is like if Travis Scott was Northern Irish, you know,
Right,
it's like fucking, it's very melodic and stuff. I'll show
that's
you it
good,
after.
yeah.
But shout out Liam though. Hopefully you fucking since this will be in the future, you know, it's not in 6 years time when you'll drop the album, like, but he's been working on it from 2015. Fuck's sake, but
I'm excited.
yeah, he's very good. But yeah, fuck, it's wild. But no, I would love to get back into it. Me and William were talking about doing something with it. Talking about, again, I've got all the fucking recording equipment and stuff, and this room's very good for it.
I would love to join that
Oh yeah, fuck
rap
yeah.
trio.
Yeah, how mental would that be?
That'd be nuts. Like,
just 3
it's like,
guys with
fuck
beards.
comedy, straight rap.
We look like the fucking weird version of Run the Jewels. Run the necklace. Yeah.
Run the potatoes.
Run the Spuds. Yeah, that's a good. Run the Spuds. That's the name of this
That's
one. Yeah, write that down. Fuck it, I'll remember it. But yeah, no, that's it. You're gonna remember.
It's locked in.
It's locked in the beanie.
Yep.
Our beanie's keeping everything
I
together.
see why you wear them.
Yeah, exactly. I have no skull under this. Have you ever watched the 3rd Men in Black movie?
No, thank God.
No. There's a scene where there's this wee like guy, and he hides like a fucking I don't know what it is, some device in his head.
Yeah.
But he just wears one of the, remember the wee Doppy hats?
Yeah.
He wears one of them. Fucking remember Doppy? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
He takes
End-ups
that
are
up.
back, by the way, and better than ever.
Are they? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're-
Like,
I was on their Instagram.
when is Talisa's new sex tape dropping? That's what I wanted. I was fucking 13 beating the shit out of my mate to that. Like, I swear to God. Like,
I was in Boots the other day and I seen like her, she had like a big, you could get like a selection box of her makeup, and I was like, who the fuck is
Talisa.
that? Yeah, it's just her in the front, just pillowy makeups and stuff.
Jesus, do you ever watch her sex tape?
No, haven't seen it.
No.
Can we get on?
I don't think we'll be able to here because our Wi-Fi's fucked.
Shite.
It's one of them Wi-Fi's that's like, it doesn't let you like go pot because again my wee sister-in-law's not. Yeah.
Oh,
Or,
right.
like fucking
okay.
have to get the data up, but it's like literally just like it's like 15 minutes of her just really badly sucking a dick.
Right.
Like
okay.
just really shittily, like literally has her hand on it. It's massive though, but like has her hand on it. I'm not intimidating it, and then just at the very end she pops a wee tit out, and that's it.
What the heck? That?
It's like the most chavvy thing ever.
Yeah.
It's just like wherever they're from, like fucking they're from like Camden Lock or something in
Yeah.
England. And it's just her being like, you fucking like that, don't you? I don't know why they're Jamaican, but you know what I mean? Yeah, but it's mental. Like, I remember being like, that's the sexiest shit ever. But I was just watching her holding a dick.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I attracted to this?
Why is this
And then she
cute? Like-
pops one tit out, just like enough so you can just about see the nipple. And you're like, I'm explaining this in so much detail. This is
And
scary.
that was at what minute?
This is my screensaver, by the way. I'm actually gonna do it for a laugh. But the Lisa's sex tape is a screensaver. But yeah, no. So yeah, no, they're coming back.
Isn't it weird that like she was cancelled? She was like cancelled. She was doing like fucking killing it,
Yeah,
like X Factor judge and
Yeah.
all sorts. And then she was like, give somebody a number to get somebody drugs, and that
Yeah.
ruined her career. Which
was
wouldn't happen.
that actually what happened? I thought it was like she was caught with like fucking 10 kilos of coke or something.
That could have been it.
She went full fucking Pablo Escobar, like the fucking Greek roots came out in her.
Here, Michaela McCollum's. She's back in the scene, isn't she? She's got a documentary on Netflix. Is that her name? Do you know the girl who was smuggling drugs? in
yeah.
Ibiza?
Holy fuck! Really?
Yeah.
That's wild, actually.
She's got a Netflix documentary now. She's doing really well.
Yeah.
Isn't the other one like still in jail?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus.
What the fuck? That's wild. Jesus.
Sorry I brought that up. I have no follow up.
And the same. But no, yeah, no, fucking the whole it's weird. Fucking most racist thing I'll ever say in my life. Just fucking pre-warning. The only one who didn't get in trouble at the end of was the black guy.
Yeah, that's because he doesn't seem to really do anything. He's just
Yeah.
kind of in the background, just being like,
I remember he did a freestyle over that pound cake beat. It was fucking banging.
really?
Yeah, he went through this phase where he tried to make like dubstep or something because he
Right,
was like
okay.
he was their producer as well.
Yes.
So he made all their beats and it was weird as hell. But yeah, Phaser he was called.
Phaser, that's cool. Like,
Phaser. Phaser's the fucking your 13-year-old rap name.
Yep.
Did you ever have a fake rap name?
I was just about to ask you the same question.
Yeah.
I did. No, I didn't rap. So.
Oh, did you?
No.
Everyone had a
I
fake
wish.
rap name. Like I remember in school we formed a rap group. There was one black guy in it, so it like
So it was legit.
yeah, he was called Leo. Nice guy. He was the only guy that beat me in high jump in school as well because he was 6'3" at 15. But yeah, we had a rap group. It was me, my mate Luke. Haven't seen him in a while. Actually, he's dead on. Actually, I did see him. Funny enough, that guy Luke I'm talking about. Pug Uglies when they were doing it in the Boneyard over summer there.
Yes.
It was like a big night. It was like Shane was on. It was meant to be the night like fucking. Who's your man does the blame game?
Oh,
Fuck, why can't I remember his
fucking.
Who's to blame? Fucking.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He was meant to be on, but he like rescheduled or something. And it was like Gaddis, Shane Todd, William was on, Dave Elliott, Darren Matthews was on. It was like fucking mad night for it. Rory Woods was on, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus, yeah.
And there was just this one crowd of people in the background just talking like flat out, hackling like mad. And Darren turned around and was like, "Would you fuck up in the corner over there?" And he was like, "Where he's from, lads? Where he's from?" And they're all Portadown. And I like looked
no.
around. I was like, "Oh god!" And I looked around.
You
It was
knew
just
them?
a group of guys from my school.
Oh, no.
And I was like, fucking hits. Like I'm not associated with that.
We had like just you were saying you got the black guy and we had one black
Like
guy in our
clean-
school
Oh, really?
and
No one's counting.
yeah, no, well, he was the only one. And he was literally like, this is so fucking racist, but also the story is like how racist we are, but also how we are so afraid of coming across as racist. Like, he was
Yeah.
called Black Eugene in school. That was it. He was just called Black Eugene. but
just to make him feel like he's black. You're like, I'm not being racist, bro. I want you to know how we feel about
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
and he was like, he was one of like the crew of like lads at school that smoked.
Oh, really?
There's always like lads at school that like sat out in the corner,
Yeah.
like just huddle smoking, and they were all out behind the trees one day. It was like Black Eugene and a group of lads,
Yeah.
and then like the principal of the school started walking up, and they all ran like fuck, but they're all covering their faces. And Black Eugene was covering his face, and he never got in trouble because she was like, "Who are they? I can't tell who it is."
I couldn't see who it was. You sure about that? Did you not see any of them? No. No. It was just a couple of Caucasian dudes. Just...
A couple of boys smoking in the neighbourhood. One got in trouble.
I know. Our school was quite mixed, actually. Our school was fucking mental. We had like the second biggest school in the north, though. It was like 1,400 people in ours.
Holy fuck, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, I'd say there was like per year there was probably like fucking. It was about 1/3 of the year was black, like
proper mix then, yeah. No, I was like Mahara. Yep, culture as fuck, like.
You know, the black person, people think he just had a bad tan. Jesus Christ!
Good God.
No, but no, there was quite a this is a weird conversation. But the one like there was in our fake rap group, we used to freestyle. It was like second year, like.
Did you know you were a fake rap group at the time?
No, we thought we were. We thought we were going to be the next NWA. Like we thought we were the next Run the Jewels. Like, and there was 4 of us. There was 5 of us, including my wee cousin. And I can't remember my wee cousin's name though. His fake name. Mine was Shifty.
Shifty.
I thought that was a good one as well.
That's pretty cool.
He's like Shifty's kind of cool, but when it's a ginger wee white kid, you know, you're not. And I was very skinny when I was young. You know, I was very like borderline anorexic. So I was,
okay.
you know, so I like whenever you just looked at me, it was like, oh, that's a future drug dealer. But the other one was the guy called he was called Kieran Burns.
Right.
They called him Burnsy or Wee CB.
Wee CB.
Wee CB. It's fucking spray painted all over this place. So this is funny as hell. He has 2 kids now. That's wild. Shout out you, man. He's so sound. And there was Luke. For no reason, had no meaning behind it. He was called Master G.
Master G.
No reason. He was just
that.
like Master G sounds cool. That's what I wanted. And then Leo, the black. I can't remember what. Like it was something to do with being black. I remember that, or it could have not been. I don't know, but. But I remember that was like we were like, oh fuck mate, we're the next, and our group was called D3.
D3.
Because it started off with 3 of us and we wanted to be D12s.
We're working our way up.
Yeah, we are. We'll get like prestige each time.
9 more members.
Yeah.
I actually had to do the math in my head there. I was like, what's 12 to go through?
I know, but that was a weird time in my life, and I still like people will see me in school and still call me Shifty.
Shifty from D3? No
Yeah,
way. I'm very honoured to be sitting with Shifty from D3.
I remember I went to, there's a bar in Lurgan, and I went to it just before COVID,
Yeah.
and obviously that's like fucking God knows how long after school, like, and so like a load of guys came up to me and they're all Shifty, and
No
I was
way.
like, fucking kill me, Dave.
Yeah. What's the worst thing that ever happened? Like the most mental thing? Do you remember like one specific moment in your school where you're like, that was fucking mental?
Well, again, it's fucking take your pick with our school. It was
Right, okay.
like our school is like fucking infamous for shit. Like
Right.
there was a guy running about outside. I think it was like the year or 2 after we left. There was a guy running about with a fucking machete around the grounds of it.
What?
Yeah, like a full like fucking
Jesus.
like Valerian steel shit. Like, you know, like man pulled out the fucking
Vintage.
yeah. It was wild. Like I remember that. I think I remember just the guy just being like, "What you give me if I crack up boss's window?" We were
You're
all
like,
just
no,
standing.
he's like, deal.
He was like, I was like, you pay me to do it. He fucking just split a bus window open, people on it and all going past.
No one even looks at him. They're just like, just don't look.
There was a lot of drug dealing happening in our school.
Went on fire as well one time.
Yeah, there was a fire in our school. That was wild.
There was like sweet dealing at our school, not drugs, like sweeties.
Sweet. Oh yeah, well that
Yeah,
happened as well.
that
Yeah.
happens, like-
Those people were making a mint. You
Yep.
seem like the kind of guy who would have done that.
No, but there was a guy in my
You don't
year.
have the admin for that, do
There's a
you?
guy, no, like that's it. I don't. Yeah, there's too much work. There's a guy in my year that did it who now like runs like a fucking proper restaurant. Like,
Oh really?
Yeah, he's fucking killing it.
He
Like,
moved from Mentos to fucking sirloin steak.
oh
Like,
sir, pizza and cocktails, Notorious Pizza. Shout out,
Really? Is it a Mahara?
Martinfeld,
Oh, Mahara.
which is like Mahara on steroids. A wee bit, like. So still shit.
No, I asked you about Mahara, and you were like, Mahara's good if you like meth. Fucking hell.
And what did you say? Like you thought that was like a music? You were like, is that music?
Yeah,
Or something?
I was like, is that a band or do you like meth, mate? I'm like, is that like a indie like hardcore rock band or something? Yeah.
No, I remember one time at our school, and it was like the greatest moment ever. Because we had this, I'll just say her name. I don't know if I don't think she'll be listening.
Never know. I had fucking random people coming up to me in Derry asking about this.
No
And I was
way.
like, how the fuck do you know me?
That's nuts.
They were like, can we get a photo of you? And I was like, I have 10 views.
Fuck it, take it.
3 of them are from Derry. Yeah, you know.
Oh,
what
she
was
she was called Anne Scott, the principal.
right.
We had this massive wall at the front of our school.
Yeah.
Like a gate and then 2 walls and then school. One of these walls, like, but taller than this room, or maybe the height of this room. And one day, like, I just got a text, I'm like, go down and look at the school. I was like, okay, what is it? And by the time I got there was like a crowd of people standing.
Oh, really?
Someone had just spray painted.
It's like something out of a fucking Marvel movie or
Oh,
something.
man. Someone just spray painted the full length of the wall. Anne Scott sucks cock right in front of the entrance school, and then the school.
Fucking hell.
And then they like brushed it off, but they just cleaned that part of the wall, and the rest of the wall was dirty, so it was still there like for like ages.
You
after.
see that? They're like loophole to getting rid of graffiti, but still keeping it there. They don't clean the whole wall. They just make it more defined. You know? Yeah. Do you know who, like, the last like 2 or 3 years, I think maybe the last 2 years of our school, because our principal like retired
Right.
when I was in like 3rd or 4th year, and the last like year or 2 of our school was our new principal was Kieran Bartlett's sister.
No way.
Yeah, that was weird. So,
That is weird.
yeah, and now that like
They're very academic people,
Yeah,
though.
fucking all
Kieran's
of
a
them.
smart cunt.
yeah, that's one way to put it. He's an academic smart cunt. But no, I remember like he or she like. I only realised this like whenever I got into comedy. I was like, yeah, I went to Lismore, and he was like, it was that night at the Sunflower. He was like, oh, my fucking sister's a principal in there, and I was like now I can see it, you know, like they
That's
look
wild.
fucking very similar, you
It's
know.
just Kieran with a blonde wig.
Literally,
It's just him,
It's like
like-
Kieran with like a Karen haircut. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Actually,
It's just, Justin, can you get called to the principal's office? Why are you selling bangers? No, it's like, I'm selling bangers in school. She comes up to me and she goes, mate.
what are you doing, mate?
You fucking cunt.
I remember one of the greatest, like, do you know, we had an intercom in our school, and one of the greatest moments, we were just sitting in class, and you just heard the bing boom, and someone just goes, dung bag, and then it was just stopped. Some boy just ran up to the thing, just went, dung bag, and ran off again. Like,
That's a good one because it's not that bad.
Yes.
So it's like, but the teacher like can't. The teachers would be fuming about it, but
Yeah.
can't do enough about
yeah,
it.
it's
you know?
not, he didn't say
It's
anything,
not like I'm going fuck you or something, you know.
but
like,
it was the greatest thing to hear, just in the middle of mouths, everyone was like, yeah!
yeah. Ours used to be like the fire alarm would get set off twice a week.
Oh, yeah.
Every time, and like it would just be fucking. Like,
Is that how the fire started? That no one paid attention to it?
we were already all out.
Yeah.
You know, they were setting off fucking fire. I'm pretty sure Liam did it at one point as well. I got jumped in school. This is a weird story. One of them is the guy I'm talking about with the music. Yeah, he was
Right.
part of it. The other group of people, there was about 8 of them in general. They were all like 2 years older than me.
Right.
2 of them are in jail. One of them's dead, so fuck them. Saying one day we were walking up. Because we were used to be allowed out. I was like 2nd year at the time.
Yeah.
We used to be allowed out to go to like the chippy or the shop or whatever at lunchtime. And there was these like group of guys. They were real fucking scumbags. Like they still live around here pretty much there. And they were just like torturing us like every day, like
Yeah.
throwing shit at us, calling us things and all, just, you know, typical bullying shit.
Fuck D3.
Literally. And this was literally around that time as well. And one of them split me with a fucking strawberry one day, you know, like a wee
yes.
strawberry sweet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And I turned around, and just at the gates of the school, I turned around to my mate, WAXY, funny enough. And he goes, mate, give me your fucking milkshake. And I took the milkshake out of his hand and fucked it, and it literally soaked every single one of them, like 9 or 10 people. And I was like, fuck, I felt like a boss. All my mates were like
For like
cheering
a
me
split
on.
second.
Yeah. And one of them, like the smallest one, you remember him? Yeah. He like came sprinting after me, but he was fast as fuck. Look, in school I was very fast. Now I couldn't fucking run a bath,
Yeah.
like. But he came sprinting after me, and he was chasing me around like the courtyard. And I was like, why am I running from this cunt? If I can kill him, like, you know. And I ran into like a corridor, locked the door, and was like, you know, looking at them like through the door, going, dickheads and all.
Jesus.
And the next day I was walking out through the same courtyard, and all of them just came walking. It was like fucking 8 miles, so it was. Swear to God, one put a gun in my mouth. No, they like chased me, and I ran into the same corridor and like locked the door, and I was like, fuck yous. Our mate Adron, I swear to God, I hate how everyone ties into this story that I'm mates with now, and like they're all like banging on the door, going, let us at him, and I'm like going to walk away all cocky and all, like through the corridors, and Adron just goes, I fucking let them in. And just, like, it seems legit, like, you know. Good. They were like, let us in or I'll kill you. And he was like, oh fucking. And they ran in at me, and I just accepted my fate. And
Yes. Just fucking took it.
Literally,
Like,
I just stood there and went, fuck it. And one of them ran over and, like, you know, like, grappled me from the legs.
Yeah.
And, like, threw me down onto the ground. And they were, like, fucking school bags at me and all. And, like jumping. One of them jumped on me with both his feet on my ribs.
Jesus.
And I got really fucked up about it. And, like, whole nose was busted and everything. And, I remember this fucking cunt. I was walking out. And, like, the guy, like, I couldn't even walk after it. My whole ribs were all fucked up and all.
Jesus.
And, what would you, like, the caretaker came and, like, collected me.
Just beat the shit out of you after that.
He
Like,
was
with a mop, like.
I thought he was gonna come over and be like Mr. Miyagi,
Yeah.
like fucking like defend me. He came over and he was just like, "Fuck, I will just," and he lifted me and he carried me to like,
It's like,
yeah, literally,
Jesus
he
Christ.
carried me to like the nurse's office. I had the arm around him and all, I was limping and all. And there was one guy who walked past me and he was like, with a group of his mates. He tries to be dead on with me now that I do comedy and all, but I'm holding it against him.
Yeah.
I walk past him and he goes to me, "What happened to you?" And I couldn't really talk because it was all fucking covered in blood and I was like crying and stuff. And,
Oh, you were crying?
yeah, I was fucking.
Okay.
I was like fruit. No, like that's you know, I was like fucking. What was it, like 13, 14 at the time?
Yeah.
And I was like, I just had my fuck kicked in. And I was just walking up, and the guy walked past me. He goes, "What happened to you, wee man?" And I turn around and goes, I could barely talk, and I goes, "I got beat up." And him and all his mates started laughing. And I went, "I'll get this. I'll fucking get this one by one." Like, I was like, "This is how school shooters are made." Like, you know? And yeah, so and then like a week or two later, I remember seeing the main character of their group who like fucking jumped me, and he was walking down.
character.
Yeah, I was doing a wee message for the teacher or something, still all fucked up. My ribs and
Yeah.
all were done in, and had like a black eye and stuff. And he like stopped me in the middle of the corridor, started walking my way with me, put his arm around me, and goes, "Why, you know, we were only joking, were you?" And I go, "Where you are, fucking hell."
Just so he joke.
And I lifted my top up, and he was all, "Fuck me, that wasn't us, was it?" I was like, "No, it was the other group of guys that fucking jumped me this week."
That's a pretty cool origin story for Shifty, though. Like, you have to say, like.
It was. It literally, it was like, it felt like fucking, it was just because the next day when I walked around the corner and all of them just looked at me and went, "There he is," and they
Yeah.
fucking chased after me. And then I just remember the door opening and me just going, "Ah." I was like, I'll just beat the fuck out of myself for you. See, fucking, yeah, but that was one. Did you ever get in any fights in school?
No, our school was actually, it was pretty tame. Like,
Everyone was
everybody
sound,
was
yeah.
pretty sound. I watched the only fight I can remember is two lads, but they had both had school bags on, so they couldn't swing. There was
It's like Ninja Turtles
doing this
fighting.
here. And like all the we had prefects, they're all
Yeah.
sitting watching. And just
Put
like,
money in. Like
and
fucking.
the teacher came out, he's like, "Why didn't you step in?" And I'd always remember he
I
was
had 20
like,
quid in that, mate. I wasn't stepping.
he was just like, "I was eating yogurt." Like, that was his rebuttal. "I was eating yogurt, fuck up." The teacher was
Do
like,
you know how much these petty flus cost me?
fair enough, that's alright. That was it, like.
And Chico's form teacher in school was a mental case as well. He was from West Belfast.
Yeah.
And every time he would talk, he'd be like, "What are you doing?" I remember he loved you, but he hated me. And one day we were just standing in the playground, and he walks over to me and Chico. I was in his Irish class. Like, he taught me Irish, so he knew who the fuck I
Can
was.
you do Irish?
Not anymore.
Right.
Like, again, I only did it the third year because it was like
Yeah, yeah.
mandatory in school.
Yep.
Because I went to a wee Fenian school, but he like walked over and he just stood beside me and Chico, and he goes, "Right, Chico." And I was like, "Oh fuck, guess I wore my invisible shirt today, for fuck's sake." And there was a fight happening in the school one day. He played like hurling or something, so he was in good nick. There was a fight happening like
sprint,
like across the fucking, like, the playground was massive again. There was a
Yeah.
lot of people in the school, and like everyone was gathering round, and I was like at the top of the steps just watching him. He fucking did like 100 meters in about 8 seconds, and I was like, "Put that man in the
It's like
Olympics."
3 steps.
Yeah, and fucking loafers and suit trousers. Shirt was still tucked in by the end of it. You know, he did that thing that, like, when fucking, like, when fighters do when they're wearing a suit, they put the tie behind the neck. Fucking ran.
It
He
does.
split
It picks up
across.
speed, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like putting flames in your shoes, you know what I mean? If your shoes light up. Yeah, that's mental. Yeah, I think I might actually, because we're hitting like an hour and a half there, so I might actually wrap it
What?
up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Fucking
shit.
A few minutes of that might be just me trying to, I don't know.
If there's any usable clips between the racism and the
I think
burning spiders.
there should be, because I was keeping an eye on it there for clips. So, yeah, I'll fucking keep it like that. So yeah, so you're doing the Sunflower. When is that? Is that this Sunday?
27th.
Oh, yeah.
So this Sunday coming, and then Nuri at McCoo's Cafe.
Oh
on the
yeah,
26th.
yeah.
Have you done it?
No, I want to do it though, because Darren runs that as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been doing it, but I've heard it's
Yeah.
brilliant. Like,
Yeah, I'm doing a gig in Dundonald on the 27th. Just I was going to say I should come down to that Sunflower one, but I forgot I'm doing the 27th, and It's in East Belfast in Ruby's Bar.
Oh
And
shit.
the ones who were doing it before me were like Dave Elliott, Aaron Butler, and Sean Haggerty.
Yeah.
And all three of them were like, "Good luck to you."
Oh fuck. When they're saying that, like,
Yeah, I
you
was like,
know, you're
fucking
fucked.
10 years in, them guys are in, and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, we had a wild gig," and then like me, Kieran Franco, and Pete Giffen are all like a year in, just being like,
Yeah.
"All right, bass, what's happening? I'm not a Catholic, I swear." Yeah, but yeah,
Just go to the pool. They have a sweet pool at Dundonald, so just stick to that. Louis lazy rubber and all. It's class.
I'll hit the fucking ice rink afterwards. Just skate my sorrows out like fucking. But yeah, no. So you're doing that one. McCoy's is what date again?
26th.
26. Oh, so you're doing Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Then? Yeah, unreal. Yeah. So no, but thank you for coming on. You've been an
No
absolute
problem.
fucking
Pleasure.
hilarious bastard. And we'll have to get you back on again if
Anytime, yep.
if you're plugging or anything, or you're just bored. So probably because William's coming on, it'll be a good crack to get you both on at the
Yeah,
same time.
definitely.
So,
I'll do that.
yeah, 'cause I finally got a fucking date for William. Fucking months of me just being like, "What date do you want?"
What
And he goes,
about now?
I know, literally. But yeah, no, definitely have you on again. Thank you very much.
100%.
Yeah, fucking, we'll just end it at that. So thank you for listening, everyone. Fuck yous.
Goodbye.